Okay, welcome back to Gumardee's Coins and Banknotes, and today we're going to just have a little quick tour of Malaya's coins from 1953 to 1962. But these were in circulation until 1967 when Singapore, Malaysia and Brunei issued their own coins. So this is the Malay and British Borneo dollar, and it was introduced to replace the coins I have down below. And that is the Malay dollar. So this was the currency of the Malay Peninsula. Now they were accepted in Sarawak and Sabah and Brunei and Singapore. But on Borneo, this currency was actually, they had no control of it. So they just accepted it. Maybe Brunei, they were actually part of this agreement. But Sarawak and Sabah, they were not. But they did circulate. So there were only 5 denominations for that currency, and the other currency there were also 5 denominations, but they are slightly different. So the half cent, this is the last year of mintage, was 1940. They got rid of that, and the value was actually quite small. And the Malaysia coins, they never issued a 50 cent. They still had the last 50 cent at the time was the 1921 straight settlements. But these ones were demonetized in 1952. So this one would never have circulated alongside those coins, except by accident, because the design's pretty much the same. So we have a new currency that was issued, and the currency is called this, Malaysia and British Borneo. British Borneo because Sarawak and Sabah became part of the agreement. So they were responsible for some of the costs, and they also got benefits from any signage or anything else that was actually involved in the currency. So we can see that the coins themselves are actually pretty much the same design. So there's no real effort to actually change the design to remove them. Now the only difference is in 1952 George VI passed away, and his daughter Queen Elizabeth II took over the throne. So all these coins from Malay and British Borneo have Queen Elizabeth II's effigy, or most of them anyway. We'll have a look in a minute. And they also reintroduced the 50 cent coin. So that coin was issued in, just trying to get the fucking stats up, so 1954, and the design is pretty much similar to the straight settlements coin, so the last one, except as you can see they changed a little bit of detail around the side, and also it went from a milled to a security rated. So this is security rated, as you can see it's milled, and it's got security in the center, and also it has the standard effigy of the monarch, except they doesn't have India on it anymore because India became independent in 1948, although they're probably independent always. So let's have a look at the actual coins themselves. So the first thing they've done, they have a square coin which was issued from 1956 to 61. So here I've got 2 dates. This one is 12.5 million for 1957. 1961, last year of issue, has a mintage of 10 million. And then in 1962 they issued a round coin which is similar to the last coin that Malaysia issued, and this is bronze, 1.94 grams, 17.7 millimeters, and 1962 has a mintage of 45 million. So this is probably a frozen mintage, I would say. So that means they would have minted it until 1967 when Singapore, Brunei and Malaysia issued their own coins. And on the back we have some steak knives. Okay, so these are Chris swords, and as you can see they're slightly jagged, so they're not smooth, and they're very interesting. That's just a cover anyway. There's no point having a knife like that. You can't actually put it in the cover like that. So you can find images, and this is the first coin that doesn't have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, the 5 and the 10 cent coin were first issued in 1953, so they were the first coins issued with British Borneo. And I got 3 dates here, so I got 1953 or 58? 58. They had a mintage of 10 million. So the lowest mintage is 1961H with 5 million. So that is, this is the King Norton, has KN. No mintage figures for that, but mintage figures include with H, so it's probably 50-50. So that's below the cents. And then we have the one without a mint mark, has 90 million, so this is the highest minted. So 90 million, they were minted all at once and kept in storage, or they were minted with a frozen date as needed. Because when did Malaya become independent in 1957, and Malaysia after the formation in 1963. So pretty much 1963 Malaysia was formed. Okay, the 10 cent coin first minted in 1953. So the coins I have here, 1956 had a mintage of 10 million. 57, so this one has the H and the KN. So the coin I have is King Norton as a mintage of 10 million and the Heaton as a mintage of 10 million. So really, that makes it a common coin. And we turn over. This is worn coin I'll put in fine condition. Then we have 1961. So there's 3 varieties. There's the one without the mint mark, one with the King Norton, one with the Heaton. So there's no mint mark, 60,784,000. Heaton. So these two have a combined mintage of 69,220,000. So really, these coins, even in this grade, this is probably about $5 or less coin. If you get one in circulated condition, well circulated, but as you can see, it's got toning, so that will reduce the price substantially. And I haven't found, someone have a die crack going around? No, I haven't found any errors in these coins. So the quality control at where they were minted, which is the Royal Mint, the Tower Mint in London, the Heaton Mint in Birmingham, and the King Norton Mint also in Birmingham. So basically, they had good quality control. So if you want to know the size of these coins, the 20 cent is the same size as the Australian 10 cent coin, and the 10 cent is the same size as the Australian 5 cent coin. But if you're not Australia, you can actually quite easily find out the actual dimensions of these coins yourself. Okay, the 20 cent, well, I've got 4 coins here. So I've got the first year of issue, 1954, has a mintage of 10 million. Then we have 1956 with 5 million. 1956, I've got another one, same. Then we have 1957, 2.5 million. So 1957s are the lowest mint. So there is the Heaton and King Norton, both of them 2.5 million. So this one in this condition is probably the one you're going to pay the most, probably about $10 to $20. Then we have 1961, no mint mark, 32 million. The Heaton mint mark, we have 23 million. So really, the key date you want from this one is this 1957. And as you can see, it's in pretty good condition. And yeah, EF condition, I would say. Okay, so the last coin we have is the 50 cent. So here I've got 3 dates, 55, 57 and 1961. So these are all lower minted coins because of the high denomination. 1959 mintage of 4 million. The 1957, there's 2, there's the Heaton and the King Norton, both with 2 million each, so that's the key date. And this one in this condition, you're probably paying at least $20 for it. Then we have 1961, which I have 2 other coins. So these are all don't have the mint mark. And it has a mintage of 17 million, so the highest minted. In this condition, you're probably paying, you can get it for $5, but roughly about $10. And there's also the Heaton mint mark for this date with 4 million, but it's also an error coin. So these ones have security rated, so that means it has that little dots in the center and trough. Then there's ones without this, and it's just all readed. So that's an error coin for the Heaton mint. So basically they forgot to put the correct reading around the coin. So that's the one you need to look out for. Always check the reading and also the rotation. So these ones do see some circulation, and these circulated in Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei to I'd say 1970. That would take them a bit of time to take them out of circulation, although I've heard that in Africa, when the CFA franc was actually removed from, or they changed the actual banknotes and coins, it only takes them about 3 months. And that's a country that has fairly limited resources. And when they changed to the euro in 2002, didn't even take them a month to actually change currency. Most countries achieved it within 1 or 2 weeks. So hope this helps you with your coins of Malaysia. So not a bad series. I quite like them, although they're pretty plain, but some of them, these ones, none of them are common, so you just need to look for error coins. Hope this helps you with your coin and banknote collecting. Let me know which is your favourite. Thank you very much and have a good time.